What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Jayson Tatum lived up to expectations in Game 2 Wednesday night at TD Garden. I'm Sierra Goodwill, joined by Jimmy Toscano and Jeff Goodman from Stadium. 26 points, but most importantly, an incredible fourth quarter, especially down the stretch. He put the game on his back when it mattered most. Jayson Tatum had a fantastic game, and he did it with Kyrie Irving on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? You want to see Jayson Tatum from a year ago in the playoffs, and that's what we saw tonight. And if you got Kyrie going and you add Jayson Tatum, you got that 1-2 punch. Now, you're going to need a little bit more than that, but to me, Jayson Tatum was given that freedom. He played 39 minutes, so it wasn't like he was in there for shorter stints. Right. So he felt a little bit easier in terms of not hunting his shot as much. He knew he'd get the ball back if he gave it up. So I think you just saw a relaxed Jayson Tatum tonight, and a relaxed Jayson Tatum is a pretty damn good Jayson Tatum.
All year, we've been waiting to see these two guys show up in the same game. They each played 39 minutes tonight. They're each extremely effective in their own ways. I thought Tatum's three-pointer in the corner there at the end of the game was just...
What about the pass?
The great pass, the great pass there. I mean, this is what the Celtics saw out of, Tatum and Brown, Rozier in the playoffs last year. Tonight, to get that out of Tatum, we've been saying that he needs to be their second-best player if they want to go far. It's exactly what he was Wednesday night, their second-best player, and that's not a knock at him at all because Kyrie had 37 points. But he was huge up and down the court from start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, going into the season, he was expected to be Kyrie's right-hand man and to make such an impact. And this morning at shoot-around, Jaylen Brown talked about Jayson Tatum extensively, saying he's going to be what everyone has expected him to be. You just have to wait. And we saw that out of him tonight. And these are the kinds of performances you need out of Tatum for the Celtics to make that deep playoff run. I mean, the Pacers... Realistically, the Celtics should sweep the Pacers. You've said that. It's true. Look at the rosters. They're the better team, man for man, pretty much. So does Tatum what does he need to do to have performances like this night in, night out to give the Boston Celtics some sort of consistency?
Well, I think he showed his all-around game tonight. I mean, that's the one thing people forget about, right? Everybody looks at Jayson Tatum as just a scorer. But he's a guy on that final play. What did he do? He found Gordon Hayward for the easy bucket. He obviously, his forte is scoring the basketball, but he needs to rebound better than he did tonight. He's defending at a high level. I mean, that's the part with his length. It makes it awfully difficult. The other night in Game 1, Doug McDermott couldn't get his shot off. Tatum blocked it a couple times. So he gives you that length, too, that helps you defensively and that versatility defensively where this team can be really good. And you saw it. Listen, Kyrie, give him credit. He's guarding. He's actually guarding now.
Yeah, I think it's been a little bit of contagious on the defensive end. I think with Tatum, he's almost embodied what this team was all year, right? High expectations going in, trying to figure out what his role is, thinking too much out there. Maybe I don't want to say scared, but just not trying
tentative.
to exactly tentative. And when he goes out there and plays his game and doesn't think so much and gets that, what we've been looking for is that like killer mentality, that killer streak that he has.
He's got it when Kyrie's been off the floor.
Exactly.
That's when you've seen it. Tonight was the best they've looked together. Like that was the great part of watching them tonight, wasn't it? That they were both
they were feeding
together
off of each other, and maybe it was their defense turning into their offense, but I think it was both of them just being able to coexist out there and saying, all right, I see you, I see what you're doing, I'm going to do my thing, and let's get this W. And I think that's exactly what happened. And they were the team. I mean, they were down 2 in the final minute of the game. For them to go on that final run there, it just really speaks volumes about where they are now compared to where 3 months ago. That's just a loss, most likely.
This Garden Report is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to clnsmedia.com/win. Enter code CLNS50 for 50% cash back on your first deposit. So tonight, did Tatum's performance debunk the theory that he can only perform when Kyrie's on the bench? And do you think it has to do with improved chemistry off the court?
No, I don't think it's anything to do with. I think they get along off the court fine. I mean, I think Kyrie treats Tatum like he's his little brother. But I think that's kind of their roles, right? But I think Kyrie's got to accept that we're not going to see 37-point games from Kyrie. And we need Tatum, or they need Tatum, to be able to step up consistently and be a scorer. And Jaylen Brown's going to have his games. So I think, the beauty of this team is they've got a lot of weapons, but to me, you got to have one of Kyrie or Tatum every single night putting up 25.
Yeah, I think it's a what have you done for me lately type of world. So sure, Tatum had his great game tonight, but there's going to be a game in the future where he's not going to have the great performance, and you're going to hear those people again saying, is he that guy? Is he a star? I think we can agree, at least the people here can agree, that he does have that superstar potential, and he's a young guy. I mean, he's learning still at this stage, and he's going to have his mistakes, but when you see a performance like he did in Game 2, you know it's in him. You know he's capable of putting more and more of those performances in the books going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if Jayson Tatum can carry the momentum from this strong game into Game 3 in Indiana on Friday night. Keep up with all of our coverage on clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.